Hello brawlers from around the world, I am Prix, and today I have gathered the 5 most underrated brawlers in the meta in December 2024. In my opinion, I think these are really good options. Starting off with the 5th most underrated brawler in the meta, and that's Barry. Now, I know he has received a ton of nerfs due to how strong he was during the release and forward. But even if he was nerfed, he still comes out as a very good support brawler, and a lot of people I feel like don't appreciate and see just how annoyingly good he is. He's a very decent support brawler and is very good with the second star power. Floor is fine, which makes it to where he gains 50% reload speed when standing on his own melted ice cream. This and his first gadget, Friendship, is great, which makes it to where he swipes his tail, knocking back enemies and healing nearby allies for 950 health. These are the best options for when I play with him. I seriously think he is underrated in the meta, but that's just me. Moving on, the 4th most underrated brawler in the meta is Lou. Lou is very good for map control and he does a good amount of damage. He's very good for open maps and very good in game modes such as Hot Zone, Gem Grab, or Brawl Ball. I'm surprised not a lot of people are mentioning him. I feel like in tier lists he could be way more higher. He can counter a lot of brawlers, especially with his hypercharge. His hypercharge makes it to where it stuns any enemies in his super area, and honestly it can be used in a lot of good places for a gem grab or hot zone. The 3rd most underrated brawler in the meta is Gus. Ever since the start of World Finals, he was chosen a huge amount of times by pro players during brawler selection. He received a buff to his super so that he can now knock back enemies back if they are too close. Not to mention the huge amount of range he has on his attack. I had forgotten literally just how long his attack range is. Only downside is if you ever try to throw your super on your teammate, 9 times out of 10 it completely misses. But besides that, I think he is the 3rd most underrated brawler in the meta. Now here we have a special one. The 2nd most underrated brawler in the meta is Lola. I feel like she has been secretly underrated for the longest time more than any brawler I know. She does a really good amount of damage, but to help that is her super, Ego. She can counter a lot of tanks and has a very good attack range. I feel like she would be really good at most game modes with maps that have huge open space. I would honestly push her to max rank if I were you. She is way better than you think. Thank you so much if you have made it to this part of the video. It truly means a lot. But finally, we now have the most underrated brawler in the meta, and that's going to be Cordelius. He does a really good amount of damage, and he can easily counter most tanks because of that. His super can be used in so many scenarios, like saving a gold by supering the enemy, or using your super on the enemy right as they're about to use their hypercharge, making it cancel it. Or if anything, he probably just has the best hypercharge counter in the entire game. One thing that makes it better is using your jump gadget to position yourself as you throw your hypercharge super on the enemy so that you can get up close, combining with the reload speed and the speed. There is just so much good in him, and I feel like he is a brawler that you would want to max out right now before he receives future nerfs. Do you agree with this list? Let me know brawlers that you thought are the most underrated in the meta. Thanks for watching, and comment down below any video ideas that you guys are very desperate to see. Thank you and have a blessed night.